And here's the thing is you can only simplify something so much, but usually the more you simplify it, you go down to its true essence and you get a lot of clarity by doing that. You truly understand what the most important thing is.
Well, yes. And it's really hard for someone who's a real expert in something to eliminate parts of what they know to get the one thing across.
I'm going to say that the more expert they are, they're going to be better at doing that. But they're,
I'm going to say they're actually there's a threshold at which point you have a harder time. It's actually a different skill set. So you could say that. But what I'm thinking of is if I know three things about a topic, I can't do more than tell you about those three things.
no, right,
And
exactly.
and I'll pick one of them maybe as the most important.
Yeah,
If I know 100 things, I might be able to get it down to 10 of the most important, but getting it down to the three or the one, gosh, that's tough because I know so much about it. I know that this thing relates to that thing, relates to that thing over there, and then this thing gets impacted. And suddenly I'm like, how can I get all that complexity across to you in one thing?
see, I'm going to argue that that's the awkward stage. You're a teenager in this thing, right? You're not a kid anymore. You're not an adult. You're a teenager because you haven't done enough work to truly get to the essence of it yet. There's like all this stuff, and you're like, what's most important? And I know they're related and I know they're connected, but what's the really one or two really important things? And I think you haven't done enough work yet, is my assumption.
Well, no, I would say there's much more to it than that. I think part of it is knowing your audience.
Oh, of course, like the guy that gave the example to school kids versus PhD students. It's
So,
different.
so part of it is knowing your audience, knowing the capabilities of your audience, and also what their interests are. If you're talking to a bunch of scientists versus talking to a bunch of school teachers, you're probably gonna have a slightly different way
Yeah,
of
you
talking
use
to them,
different words, right? They have
right?
different words.
It's part of it is that part of it is also, do you have an agenda? What is my goal in getting this information across?